All right, let's get ready for some green salsa verde, and we're gonna go ahead and can it. I've got the canner out. We're not gonna pressure can, we're gonna water bath. So I got the water bath canner. We've got a new Camp Chef stove, dual stove that we could do it outside. And I have all these green tomatoes that I'm not gonna wait anymore before it gets too cold. Let's go to get them and get some green salsa verde going. So we planted this year in the garden about 4 different kinds of tomatoes. I can't remember how many, but it was like the beef tomato and cherry tomatoes, and I didn't do Romas, but we also did a yellow lemon boy. It didn't get very big, so what I did is I picked all the green ones. I did get a couple of the red ones, which will be fine, and with the variety, it'll give it some good flavor. As I was going through, you can see that I'm coring them, and it's a little bit tedious when you're doing this all by hand, so definitely I think I see a new core probably coming to us from Amazon here soon. But when you're cutting them, I'm not really particular about the size that they are. I just want to do some nice good quarter size tomatoes, because when I throw them in the stock pot, we're just going to let them all simmer down. So again, I don't need, I don't need dice them or anything like that, because I'll cook them down and then we'll blend them all together and stuff. He just wants some good, chunks in there and stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I do believe we have about 15 pounds. We're going with the Ball cookbook. I'm using the recipe from them. Use whichever recipe you feel is best. It's always great to get the kids in here. They do like to help out. This is my oldest son. He thought he could do it all by hand, all that garlic, until he realized the peel just does not come off. But he does like rolling them. We are saving all the skins, because what we can do with those skins when I'm making my broth, chicken stock or anything like that, and I'm boiling, I can add all that because it'll still have a lot of nutritional value, and we can just throw it in together and cook it all together, because I'll just strain it out later. If you have a chopper like this, I love it. I don't think I'm ever going to chop things by hand anymore. It's just great. You can really get your frustration out and it's just a lot of fun. You just slap it down. I think it might be called slap chop. I don't remember. So as I'm cutting them, I'm just gonna again save those skins, but I'll chop it or cut it down some, throw it in the chopper, and then give it a good smack. As I am filling up the ingredients, I'm just gonna keep adding them to that stock pot over there on the stove and let it just cook. Like I said, I have about 15 to 20 pounds of tomatoes, so I did triple up this recipe. Himalayan salt, some cilantro, the cumin, everything like that. The lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, everything like that. You just want to really, like I said, follow whichever recipe you like. I went with the Ball, and that has worked well for us. As it's simmering, it's cooking down. Oh yeah, these are our peppers, the Pueblo chilies. I went to our local farm and picked some up there. I am saving the seeds here because I'd like to try to plant some next year in our garden. So I will save those seeds, dry them out, mark them so then I know what they are next year, and we will try to grow them and add that kind of variety to our garden. We have a couple different ones now, but that has been a town favorite here, I guess. So that is the Pueblo chili. Again, as I'm measuring, I'm like, oh, okay, shucks, I ran out. So I just went over to our garden. We have some bell peppers, cherry peppers, even a jalapeno growing in there and stuff. But I'm looking for the hot, oh yeah, shishitos we had. But anyways, I'm looking for the hot Anaheims, and just to give it some good flavor. So we're going to go ahead and grab some of those and get those chopped up and added to the salsa verde as well. it's nice. If you have one of these green stalks, that's what we have them growing in. It is great because it is a vertical planter and you can just plant everything. We're going to go ahead and do them again, get a couple more. We have 2 now, and I just can't rave enough about them. So here I am chopping them up. We're going to, I just want to fill up that measuring cup over there. That is an 8-cup measuring. Oh, there's Abby. Say hi. She loves her little games. But anyway, so I want to go ahead and add that, get enough peppers. I ran out. Still, I'm not going to go back to the garden. I already chopped some up previously, had them in our freezer. I'm just going to go ahead and add them. I'm not chopping them up more because in here you'll see I'll go ahead and get it added. As they cook down and simmer, we're going to use the immersion blender. And that's great because if you have like mashed potatoes or anything like that, it really does a nice job of smashing everything down so you don't have to get a separate like blender and dirty all that. This is just this little handheld immersion blender and it works great. When we are canning, we do like to put the jars in the oven on a very low temperature so they can stay warm. I'll either do the oven or sometimes I throw them in the dishwasher. And that way it stays warm. Oh, here comes Caden. He's upset because he wants to help, but it's too hot in the kitchen. So anyways, oh, and the wide mouth, I like that strainer. I am a messy cook. Cooking is not my forte. I'm learning a lot. I'm enjoying it, but I am definitely messy. So that large, whatever you want to call it, that works out great right there. So we are going to fill these all up, and like I say, either in the oven or I'll put them in the dishwasher and we'll like steam them in there and keep them in there so everything stays warm while we're filling them up and everything. With the 15 to 20 pounds of tomatoes, it gave us 6 quarts. No, there's 7. It gave us 7 quarts of the salsa verde. You do want to make sure you clean off the rams. And the latest thing that I've read or I keep hearing is you don't have to boil the lids anymore. You can just put them on because we're going to be water bathing these, and now you don't have to boil them anymore. Do your research. Feel free to just go in there and double check, but I believe that's the rule. If it's over 10 minutes, you don't have to do that. So let's go outside. Our water bath canner, again, we did 7 quarts. We can only fit 6 in there, so I will keep 1 to the side over there. We'll use it up tonight. Do give yourself the good 12 to 24 hours to make sure all of them pop. You really want to make sure that they have a good seal, so just be patient and wait for that pop. All right. Well, that's what we did. I made some chicken enchiladas. I don't really care for that recipe. I won't talk much about it. It has like flour tortillas. I like it much more with the corn tortillas. The flours just make it a little bit thick. But the salsa verde, it came out really good, very flavorful. If you are doing some canning, I definitely recommend doing that one.